Day one is dawning for our week-long trip in remote Northern Territory. The noise you can hear is 2 gen sets going. We've got air conditioning units running into our tents. We got here at some stupid hour this morning, and Jezra and Helen are still asleep. I haven't even got changed yet. It was just got here, set the tents up, climb in bed, get some sleep. But this is us for the next week. The boat ramp's down there. We're camping a bit inland because these big storms, you don't want to be down on the water. When they hit, the flies are already out. It's already getting warm. I need to start getting some stuff ready for the day's fishing. But it was a long drive, like a long, rough, bumpy drive to get here. But I'm sure it's all going to be worth it in the end. Fishing time. And thanks to Maddie Bennett and the boys over there, plans have taken a real quick twist, haven't they?
They had to, yeah. They've given us a fresh forecast, which is, yeah,
not good.
Yeah,
not good.
Our offshore plans.
No, that's it. Big winds coming and offshore gets really rough. So straight to step 2.
Yep. Lock into a coastal creek and see if we can find a few bigger fish before we come back to the main river the next few days and then work those ones out.
Beautiful. It's going to be a long day. We're locking into this creek, and Jez, you say this, when the tide goes out, we can't get out.
You cannot move, so
okay.
You are locked in for the day, mate.
Thankfully, Helen has packed dinner because we'll be there till dark. It's going to be a good day. Let's get rolling, bud. I love it when you get to use new products. Now, this isn't a new product as such. It's been around for a little while, but they're now in store at Anaconda, and Bite Me Plastics have a really strong following up in the territory in the northern part of Australia, and for very, very good reason. They're a different style of plastic. First of all, a longer, sort of slender body of shape, but it's the tail that really sets this lure apart. Look at that. It's got that, what people call boot tail. So it's got more of a tight little wriggle and a very tight vibration to it, and you can actually feel it kicking as you work it. You can hop these guys, you can slow roll them, you can do whatever you want, and they're an extremely good barramundi lure, but they catch all sorts of other species. I can't wait to be using down in the southern states for species like flathead and mulloway and things like that. But when Russ was developing these lures, he thought, I'm going to do something different. Rattles in plastics are becoming more and more popular. Most of the time you'll see the rattle gets inserted into the body of the plastic, but what Russ did was decided to go one step further, and he made a cavity here in the tail, and you can quite simply get this little rattle chamber, which that comes in your packet of plastics, and inside there you have a rattle. You can easily slide that back in there, give that a little wriggle, and you're away. It's a really simple process. There's so many great colors. Like even if we just grab this one here, this color's called Wake the Dead, purple, chartreuse, and clear. It's got everything in it that you need to catch fish. Plastic, rattle, shove that in just like that. And it's this little low pitch sort of tick tick rattle. It's different. It's not a noisy high pitch rattle. An extremely good addition to your lure. So you can have it as a silent lure or vibration with noise. As for colors, so many to choose from. All your standard sort of black and gold, black and silver, mullety colors. This is a new one. I can't wait to throw that one down south, but I'm going to be using it up here in a few minutes for a barramundi. You got all your bright patterns, everything that Barra love and other species. They're available in 3, 5, the brand new 6-inch model and the 7-inch. This is the 6-inch. This is the 7-inch just here. That one there, that's really popular, but this 6-inch is just so versatile. There's a lure in every size, in every color you could ever imagine to cover every fishing situation that you will ever need. So get into Anaconda stores now, get yourself some Bite Me Plastics. You will be catching more fish because they are that good. I'm about to start fishing, throwing a few of these around to see if I can catch some barra. Jesus.
Yeah. What was that on?
No, on the Bite Me. That was on that colour you didn't like, Jez. So, I'll tell you what, Jez, that's not a bad start. We've sat here for, what, half an hour, 40 minutes. We're waiting for the tide to turn, and I couldn't wait any longer. Had one throw, literally that is first throw, and got this guy. Thanks, mate. Tell you what, he's eating a 2, Jez.
Yeah,
And what I'm talking about there is that that's not an outside of the mouth sort of, hook up where the fish has just tapped it. He has absolutely engulfed it. What would he be, you reckon?
56, 57.
Yep, nice little yellow tail on him. We're going to take a couple today, aren't we, too?
Yep.
It is. There you go, one throw. With that, I love this colour. It's one of the new colours that he does in the biting range. All right, so the waiting game's over.
Yep.
I have one cast, got a fish straight away, but what you've been waiting for, Jez, is a pretty critical element, isn't it?
Yeah, well, look, you can see it now. That green water's starting to push it on this point. We got at those 2 steps we saw at that low tide.
Yep.
And that nice point that comes out here and sort of finishes about 15 metres off the front here.
Yeah, so it's just an intersection, isn't it? The fish are just sitting there, everything's getting funneled to them.
Exactly, out of the current.
Yep.
And we've seen those big mullet coming through, and it's hard to believe that, those 70 centimetre barra are eating mullet,
Yeah.
half a kilo in weight.
Yep, perfect. So there's no lure too big.
No, as you can see, we've
I'm going to throw this.
literally grabbed everything we can in the biggest possible size you can.
Most people think of that as a cod lure. That's a 10-inch mag draft, mega bass. I'm going to throw that because at least when it gets bit, it's a fair chance it's going to be a good one.
Well, do you? Yesterday I chucked that 9-inch and it got smashed by a 60. So
True.
We'll see.
We'll see. We've got multiple rods rigged up, different lures, different colours. We'll just keep chopping and changing, but this should only get better and better, shouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're only sort of limited by how long we want to stay here, really, because yesterday we got stuck in here.
Yeah.
Today we know it fishes all through the run out, but those bigger fish are definitely were biting a lot earlier in the tide than later.
Yep. All right, let's get to it. Oh.
And then you wind twice and bang.
Yeah. Oh, he's an all right one. Yeah. Just tell he whacked it 4 or 5 times before he ate it.
Yeah, that whack. Oh, what's that one?
He's a good one for a river fish. They get huge. I mean, what's your biggest one, Jez? Metre or something? 103, and that was what, 8 or 9 kilos? 10.8 kilos. So, but they move offshore when they get big like that. But that's a solid fish for in an estuary system. Great eating, but we'll let him go. And they're really slow growing, so probably take that into consideration when you're catching a bunch of them and filling the esky. Ooh. Do you want another one to eat, Jez, or is it a bit big? Tough problem when the fish you're catching are too big. So all we're doing here is a pretty steady, slow retrieve. And Jez, you believe what big barra like just more of a steady retrieve?
Yeah, consistent.
Yeah, even if I'm twitching it, I like to just slow roll, just like this. I can feel that lure kicking, and I'll usually just pause because it suspends, so it's just sitting there. And then often, as soon as you move it again, that's when you get the bite. But if not, I just slow roll, tick, slow roll, tick. Ooh. That's better. And I hate to say it, but that was on your recommendation. I was like, what about this colour bite me, Jez? What about that colour bite me, Jez? And he's like, Lee, put on the Bleeding Mullet. I'm like, okay.
Doing a spot lock out the middle here.
Yeah.
Oh,
He had a bit of a tail on him. Look at that thing go.
what on earth are you hooked here, Lee?
Jez, it'll be a stingray. No, I saw his big tail and his big silver side. And it was interesting too, like, Jez has been so critical about getting us in the right position on the edge of the current and stuff. And we repositioned, and my lure hadn't sort of made it, in a new area as such on the new reposition, but the lure was going right through where that current line is there, and that's where he just jammed it. If we don't get him, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, it matters. I want this fish. Oh, I want this fish. I reckon, can we get, we can pull the nose round. Yeah, I all of a sudden want this one. Here we go. Just keep.
I can't see.
You're right. He's good. I like him better on this side anyway. I like.
I'm going to spot lock there, okay?
Oh, that's a donkey. That's a donkey.
I'm going to spot lock. We're going to end up on the bank.
We're all good, mate. Don't stress.
No, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed.
Yes! Oh! Yeah, brother! Oh, bro!
That is the one. That's the 110, bro.
That is it.
That's the one.
Oh.
Holy.
I'm shaking.
Holy, man.
Get the frog mat.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
I didn't think it was that big.
No, he's 106 minimum. 106 minimum.
Oh, far out.
He's a thumper, Lee. That is the one.
That is, wait till this thing comes in the boat. Oh,
Oh, bro.
no way.
Oh, bro, he's close to 150. Oh, bro, I don't even want to say. He is enormous.
No way.
Holy. 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 Oh.
I can honestly say, you hear about big barra and Jez catches a lot of them. I honestly thought I would never catch a big barra. I don't know.
Holy. Oh my God. My arm's just not working, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, that's close. That's big. That's big.
Oh, it's one.
112. Oh, no, wait, get him centered. So, because these fish, 113.
113.
Holy.
Look at that. That makes the flight from Melbourne, the drive, the 12-hour drive. We've got to get it back in the water quickly,
Okay,
I reckon.
You give her a swim, I'll get the camera ready.
We've got to, like, the drive, the ridiculously stupid hour of driving, and she needs to swim, but we've hit mud banks, we've run aground, and it's all part of the fun of coming to the territory, but when it all pays off with this, oh,
That is a special stuff.
that is such a great fish, man.
Wow, do you remember I said what in the car? I said to you, I was like, what's the one fish you want to catch? You said, I'd love to catch a big barra. And I said, what's big? And you said, oh mate, a metre. I said, but what's special? And you said,
A metre
110.
110,
And you didn't just get 110, mate. Yeah, bud. That's what it was.
Now that's a barra. Can't believe it.
Launch her.
All right, let's send her back.
Give her a swim.
Give her a swim?
Let her go near the bank.
Okay.
Let's swim her for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to go back to the bank. Perfect. See how she's killing that, Eddie?
Yep. I can't thank you.
Well done, bro.
enough.
Well done.
Thank you, Helen.
well done.
So good. So good in every single way. All right, so Jez is just repositioning us back on a spot for these barra, so we can hopefully find another big one. So I'll give you a quick rundown. That's the Bleeding Mullet, bite me wedgie that got the fish. You see it's got an exceptionally big hook, 1/2 ounce jig head, and the stinger treble underneath. The fish was hooked on this, but that's 50-pound black magic fluorocarbon. It's tough as it's frayed up. And just my good old SLX DC bait caster. That one's got 30-pound braid, and that's one of the Curado 6'6", and that's the 6 to 10 kilo rods. And the thing I love about fishing is you always learn stuff all the time, and every time I'm fishing with Jez, I'm learning more and more. And last trip, I learned that the gear I was running just wasn't heavy enough to set the hooks on a couple of big fish that I had. So I've got this outfit here, which is much stiffer. I have my big swim bait rod, which was good, but I've also got another outfit just for trolling that's really stiff, just to get those hooks in. And so far, it's done the job.